religion, tradition, culture. In all these three things, there is one thing that is common, and that is the word called sacrifice. Now, when we take a look at any religion in the world, in any corner of the world, the word sacrifice would be synonymous with the word religion or tradition or culture. But as you read the Bhagavad Gita, you would understand that the word sacrifice is completely being blown out of proportion. In many ways, I would even go far to say that we have been lied about the true meaning of the word sacrifice. Now, when we take a look at many religions, I cannot speak on behalf of a lot of religions because as a person, I've only been to a Hindu temple. So I'll speak only on that experience of mine. Now, when we go to a certain temple, there are 3-4 things that we commonly do. First, we find a cylindrical box where we deposit all our money, or we break a coconut, or we give money on the plate, and we do so many other things which I'm not really here to talk about. But all these things we do, we say this is done as a sacrifice to God. Well, the Bhagavad Gita asks, really, is this what human beings give as sacrifice? Now let us think from the perspective of a supreme. Now a supreme is someone who has created this universe and has given a tiny planet called the Earth and has given us the privilege of living in this planet. So do you really think a person with such amount of creation really needs our money after all? A person who created this planet will never want something so piddly in return. People who want something piddly in return for a service rendered are us, human beings. Now, whether God exists or not, that is really not up for me to say. But the fact that the Supreme exists, that is really not room for discussion because that is scientific. There is a force that pervades this entire universe. So if all this is just a lie, if the fact of sacrifice itself is just being blown out of proportion, then what is true sacrifice? Now here the Bhagavad Gita talks about something that is very, very scientific. In our mind and in our body, there are two different types of things. That is the lower self and the higher self. In psychological terms, this can be denoted as the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is a higher self and the conscious mind is the lower self. Now let us take a hypothetical situation here. Say one half is the conscious and the other half is the subconscious, and there is a bridge that is being connected between these two. Now you have to pay a toll at the start of the conscious mind in order to reach the subconscious mind. Now the toll fee that you have to pay here is the sacrificing of your ego, passion and desire. No matter whatever you sacrifice, you can sacrifice your money, you can sacrifice an animal, you can sacrifice whatever you want. But the true sacrifice would always be sacrificing your ego and passion. Because when you do that, all the other things would come along with this. What we are looking for throughout the Bhagavad Gita is understanding your base, building your foundation, and the other things would just follow. Generally, we focus on the top of the mountain, just the cream. But here in the Bhagavad Gita and in philosophy, we talk about the very core that builds every human emotion. Now just think about it. How much better would our life be if we sacrifice our ego? Sometimes we would not let our ego and emotions get in the way of something better for the society. If people in authority think that they will not have any ego, just think about how many new ideas would come into the market. It's the ego that is the cause of all misery in this wonderful planet. And that is what Krishna asks us to sacrifice throughout the course of Bhagavad Gita. And he doesn't expect anything such as monetary or any other source of offering. Now here Krishna is just a messenger of a supreme in the Bhagavad Gita. He is not the supreme himself, because as I've mentioned earlier, the supreme does not have a form, it does not have a shape, it does not have a face. It is completely formless, as the supreme is nothing but a force that pervades this entire universe. And that's the wrap for this particular episode where we talk about the true sacrifice. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, and I would see you guys in the next episode. Until then, it is goodbye, and as always, thank you for watching.